Welcome to Team Virtue's Founding Principles presentation. Let's begin. Have you ever wondered why you don't need a passport to go from New York to California? But if you were to move from one state to another, you would need a new driver's license? Or why you can use the same currency in all states but not be subject to the same speed limits? This is just some of the ways our government uses federalism in our everyday lives to keep balance between the states. Federalism was the most influential political movement which focused on limiting the authority of the federal government. The movement was greatly strengthened by the reaction of Shays' Rebellion of 1786 to 1787, which was an armed uprising of farmers in western Massachusetts. After the Civil War, the federal government increased its influence on everyday life and its size relative to the state governments and acquired no substantial new powers until the acceptance by the Supreme Court of the Sherman Antitrust Act from 1938 until 1995. The Supreme Court did not invalidate any federal statutes as exceeding Congress' power under the Commerce Clause. The Great Depression marked an abrupt end to dual federalism and dramatic shift to strong national government. President D. Franklin Roosevelt's New Deal policies reached into the lives of U.S. citizens as no other federal measure had done. After the Supreme Court rejected nearly all of Roosevelt's economic proposals, he later proposed appointing a new Supreme Court justice for each sitting justice aged 70 or older. The expansion of the court, along with Democratic-controlled Congress, would tilt court rulings in favor of Roosevelt's policies. The national government was forced to cooperate with all levels of government to implement the New Deal policies. Local governments earned an equal standing with the other layers of the federal government relied on political machines at the city level to bypass state legislatures. Federalism is a form of mixed government. It is the government that entitles states and to share power with the national government. In Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, it lists of rights to federal governments are established. There are two main types of federalism. Dual federalism, better known as layer cake federalism, is an arrangement in which power is strictly divided between national and state governments. Dual federalism also grants the right that state governments can exercise their power without interference of the federal government. A perfect example of dual federalism is the United States of America. Cooperative federalism, better known as marble cake federalism, is an arrangement where state, local, and national governments interact cooperatively to solve problems. Good examples of cooperative federalism are Great Britain and France. Federalism triggers a race to the bottom, which ultimately leads states to reduce work regulations. It also deepens economic/social disparities among states. Healthcare access, cost, and quality vary greatly across states. There are also huge disparities in school funding. Workers and safety and pay can suffer as workplace regulations are lifted, and the reduction in payroll taxes for employers has led several states to end up with underfunded unemployment insurance programs. 19 states have also opted not to cover more of their residents under Medicaid, as encouraged by Patient Protection and Affordable Care in 2010. The federal government has done its best to provide business and citizens a safe environment and atmosphere. This can be seen during the Progressive Era when the federal government passed laws restricting child labor and protected factory workers. Today, local businesses and employees have been greatly affected by the aftermath of COVID-19. Businesses across the nation had lots to lose because of this. They, on their own, had to create new ideas on how their small businesses should make money. The U.S. government allows businesses, a part of free enterprise system, to continue their businesses with competition and growth. The local businesses are able to compete and better their products. Although the 2020 pandemic made businesses harder to succeed, the government ordered a business to protect their employees and customers. Free enterprise allows people to provide for themselves, and the government cannot provide it for its people. Through free enterprise, people provide everything that is needed to put themselves on the market. The federal government also places efforts into stopping any business from becoming a monopoly. This gives other businesses the opportunity to develop and prosper. Federalism and free enterprise work hand in hand to ensure that all businesses with the free enterprise system have a fair shot at building their own business up. This concludes our presentation. Thank you.